All right, this is Azrael's Wrath coming to you with, well, another video. In turn, hopefully everybody can hear that I have a new headset, so luckily I'm hoping that audio is just really good. But I want to talk to you about something very important, something near and dear to me that I've been really thinking about for a good while, and probably you guys have heard over some of my streams, and that's mentality. Specifically, what's wrong with Marvel Rivals. Now, NetEase made a great game. Seriously, they really cooked with a lot of things that they put into the game, especially zombies, all a bunch of the winter events, just so much that they've done with this game. It's been great. We appreciate it as well. I mean, as a fan of video games and Marvel comics in general, yes, I'm thankful. Now, the problem with the game isn't the game. Now, granted, there are some slight balance issues, but overall, the game is great. They're gonna fix what they're gonna fix when they can. So I'm not worried about NetEase and the balancing thing, or no, the whole balancing issue type deal. My issue is with players and their mentalities. That's where I am frustrated with, because people, especially in today's society, have gone soft and pathetic. Now, I don't know if you feel entitled in your life to just, do or want to be, but understand this, not everybody is going to be okay with that type of subject in their life. And not to mention, that type of entitlement is not warranted in this society. It's that type of entitlement shows that you lack accountability in life, and it's sad and it's pathetic. So yes, I am calling out the player base of Marvel Rivals, at least the weak-minded ones, because this is Azrael's Wrath. This isn't pushing up daisies and peaches and cream. I'm here to make sure that you guys understand this, and if you have to hear the harsh truth, it is what it is at that point, right? So yeah, no, there's a lot of times where I'm just through, right? Like with people, but I'm not gonna throw the game because I'm through with people. I'm trying to put forth the best effort and be better and be my strongest self to help out the team. And that's another thing too. If you're not looking to help out your team, you're actually throwing. You're actually the problem with this game. And that's and it's a lot of people like that. Just because I'm not doing bad, or just because I'm this or I'm that, doesn't mean I have to switch or whatever the case may be. Yeah, actually, you might have to find somebody that's really working for the comp, as opposed to people trying to fit around you. So with that, I'm trying to make sure that the mentality of Marvel Rivals is better for the foreseeable future, at the very least on the console level. Because I don't play PC. I'm not here to advocate for PC players. To be completely honest with you, a lot of y'all are entitled too, but hey, you paid for that. You paid that much for your PC, so it's fine. You paid that much for it, so it's okay. Now, on the flip side, just because I have a console and whatnot, should not mean that you guys should just look down upon me. Now, I understand mechanics and things along those lines, and there are PC players that play on a controller, but I get it. Your processing power is better. You guys have easier time for frames. Like, seriously, you guys have an easier time when it comes to just making sure that you guys have your ping correct, and it's kind of hard for us to do that on a console. We have to make sure it's an Ethernet. It's either Ethernet cord or it's on Wi-Fi, and if it's not either one, if it's not like that, then we're kind of fucked, right? So that's where I'm at with everything when it comes down to Marvel Rivals and the player base of Marvel Rivals. So we have to do better. there's a way we can do better. Just gotta. I don't know if we need like therapy as in-game. Like if there's an in-game type of therapy deal or something. I don't know. But honestly, I will start it if it need be. Like if need be, I will start like a Marvel Rivals therapy session, whatever the case may be. But just understand, I'm gonna need to see some of y'all games back, and you guys are gonna have to be okay with the harsh truths that yes, you may not have done bad, but you didn't put forth your best effort, if that makes sense. Why does that equate? Well, even though you can do really good on a hero, if you're not putting out your best effort on that hero, you might as well figure out an easier hero to put out more value. Not even effort, but value. Because you can have so much effort on a character and it amount to nothing, right? And then you can also have so much value, but you don't have to do any effort. Like a Scarlet Witch, a Squirrel Girl, a Punisher sometimes, you know, like you don't have to exert too much effort to sometimes get so much value. Moon Knight, like characters like that. Like truly, most of those fall into like the brain dead type of category. You know, you can get so much value, but you don't have to sweat, right? Like seriously, you don't have to really try as hard, and it doesn't have to hurt your brain when you do, right? Like I don't have to think about the angles I'm shooting if I'm Squirrel Girl or something like that, right? Like them nuts are just gonna drop, and I know they're gonna hit somebody if they're in that rough vicinity, like the rough vicinity of just being around, right? So you want to do that. Now, another thing about that, you want to, because effort and value, like you can put, like it's funny that you can put so much effort. Like right here, I'm putting so much effort, but my value is that they're not getting healed. We should be holding them down. Those two healers are sitting right here with the tank, and granted, the tank peeled, but they should be putting out so much value. Like they should be killing the DPS that are sitting over there. They should be like that BP to Spider-Man. Like that's type of stuff I'm talking about. Like preoccupying and creating the space to make sure that your team can secure kills on the back end, or you know, even just as fast as possible, or whether against a diver possibly. It's all about what comp that you know, what comp that are you playing. Do you understand the comp that you're going against, and can you circumvent the comp that you're going against if your comp isn't working? So I know me, how I play, and what I can do to help out my teammates. I empower my teammates as much as possible when I'm playing. I try to. I genuinely try to. So doing that, empowering your teammates. See, right here, I was empowered by to kill this Groot. I was empowered by my Gambit, and I was happy that the fact that we was here together for the most part. But he did die. See, this is another thing too. Like, if you're going to, it doesn't really make sense if you're gonna leave your teammate. Like you guys should cover each other. You guys are teammates. So you should understand, like, okay, yeah, no, my value is that we are in this together. Yeah, I just had to concentrate on what was going on. It's a lot of things that do happen in the game, like literally, like at the same time. So trying to put forth effort, because you can put forth a lot of effort, but trying to put value into the effort that you creating is very much hard, depending on what you're looking at and the angles that you have, because this is very much also an angles game. You got to take the angles that you can. like this Black Panther trying to take an angle from the top to get a dive. But understand that positioning matters, and your mentality is the biggest thing in the game. Even if you don't have the best strategy, your mentality is the biggest thing that you can control. Because once you control that, you control your mechanics, you can actually attempt to control the flow of the game itself if you're so in tune with it. There's been times that I know I've done it, and then granted, I've been in that zone and gotten out of it, but at the same time, I've been in that zone. It's been on stream, so I know for a fact it's definitely a possibility. I know how strong I can be, especially with the right comp around me. Do you know how strong you can be with the right comp around you? And do you know how devalued you are or how weak you can be with the wrong comp around you? Like, just learning, understanding, being smart in the moment. Because you don't have to be smart every day. You don't even have to be smart outside of this game. But if you know game sense and understand what you're looking at, how to solve that problem, which is why I also main Fantastic, because I believe there is always a problem that can be solved within this game. I think it's mostly scientific. And I think NetEase also like kind of confirmed that with their algorithm, but not everybody wants to believe it. Even hell, sometimes I still don't want to believe it. I still sometimes will say EOMM when it comes down to what type of players I'm getting in my queue. But that's all to say. Do you have the mentality to just keep going? Do you have the willpower to circumvent and overcome challenges? Like, that's a challenge. I like challenges sometimes, you know, when it comes to this type of deal, when it comes to this type of field, this competitive game, yes, I want to fight. And I want to fight hard for my team, with my team, however I can, because that's the best way, and that's the best feeling. Winning together, even in a good loss, I can be okay with a good loss, so long as we had a shot, right? Like this game, we had a shot. There were some missteps and some woes that could have been circumvented. Yes, like having a second tank would have helped out a lot. Having a complementary tank would have helped out a lot, but not everybody wants to play tank. Some people, because I feel like I can get my best value as Fantastic, which is going up against the dive, fighting off dive, and basically just pestering them away so that they don't think about diving. If I can get the team to switch their comp, my mission is successful. Now, granted though, this game, I will say I didn't really do my job completely, because there was a lot of things going on that we also didn't have, which was also a front line. We had no real front line because we have a dive tank and just a Punisher and me. Like seriously, Scarlet Witch, Punisher, me, and a dive tank. There's no real front line. There's no front line. I'm all big about like just understanding a comp, understanding how to play, understanding what you're looking at, and being able to solve the problem in the moment. And I say this because I have 134 IQ. I'm very proud of my IQ. I'm proud of the fact that I figured it out. Well, not figured it out, but found out. You know, take your test, get your results type deal. You know, just it is what it is. I know I can solve patterns and I can recognize patterns, which is I also like playing the strategist role. I genuinely do like playing the strategist role. Not everybody likes that, or not everybody. Okay, since Gambit has come out, before Gambit came out, a lot of people didn't like playing strategist. Oh, let's be honest. In season 2, there was an entire strategist strike. Let's not forget about the strategist strike. Now we have a tank drop. Not a strategist strike, but a tank drop because nobody wants to play it. That's the mentality of the player base. Also, NetEase is also a design flaw. It's slightly a design flaw, but again, this game is great. This game is great. You're fundamentally, the game is not the problem. The players are. But I will say this though, you could have a better design for some of your tanks. Hopefully, we're hoping that Rogue is a Vanguard. Please, for the love of everything, let Rogue be a Vanguard. Because I want somebody unique. Somebody that plays, that's gonna be, like, because I love the way that Gambit plays. He is so smooth. He is so smooth. I'm almost Lord on him, almost. But that's all that just to say, we can do better as a player base. We should do better as a player base. And the mentality behind why we're not doing better as a player base is because of our egos. And I'm saying our because I'm in the player base. I don't want to just separate myself as not. Granted, I can be toxic. I know that. And honestly, I've been wrong. There have been times where I've been wrong. So I understand. So just being honest, I know there are times that I have been the problem. However, understanding parts of the problem does not make you, it doesn't make you immune to being part of the problem. So I am sorry, NetEase personally. I am sorry to other players in the player base. And I am sorry for what I've contributed in Marvel Rivals in the negativity and the toxicity aspect. Now on the flip side, I will say this. I've also have been empowering. I also try to empower my teammates and encourage them to do their best, even if they aren't doing their best, or even if they're not the greatest player. You know, they don't have to be mechanically great so long as they have a decent mentality and an understanding of the kit that they're playing with. So I'm okay with this, how that goes, and just how we can fix it, you know, or how we can at least come together as more of a player base and come together and just, what is it, you know, just really, well, I really want to say this. It's really hard to put it into words what we really can do, but I would like to think if there's like a therapy session that needs to be done, maybe, you know, maybe there needs to be a Marvel Rivals therapist, or just somebody, you know, for our societal purposes, for, you know, because we should always look for help, and we should always understand that, granted, my name is Wrath, but I have this username because I want to put it onto my opponents, not to my teammates. Granted, there are some times where I do put it onto my teammates, and sometimes it's warranted. You know, valid crash out can be a valid crash out. But let's try to lessen the crash outs in general, right? Let's try to put the mirror onto ourselves and check ourselves first, and then figure out the problem with the game, and then go forth and figure out the solution to how we can be better. So, in all that, I wanted to say thank you for listening. Hopefully you like, share, subscribe, and check me out on Twitch, you know, Azrael's Wrath 117. You know, please, I do stream, and I love streaming. I do love, you know, when people come along, and I'm looking to have, you know, just giveaways drop soon. I do have a lot that I would like to be generous with, so please come back to the channel. Check me out when you can. Twitch.tv/Azrael117, Azrael's Wrath 117. You know, check me out here. So like I said, subscribe on YouTube, and check out my Azrael's analysis, where I do analyze my games, you know, whether it be case studies on other players or just a case study of the game itself from my perspective. So with that, I'll say y'all have a good night and check out my stream. I will be streaming today.